Hey guys, welcome to the call. This is Team Panacea call. We do this call every Tuesday night at 8:30 Central. Probably going to change that here in just a little bit. But thanks for jumping in and or catching the recording. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about just a couple of different things. And then since it's just a quiet or quaint group this evening, maybe we'll talk, take a couple of questions or just have some conversation. But I want to make sure that everybody is pushing or letting everybody know, letting your new people know that 30-day Breakaway launched yesterday. Right now we got a 2-week sneak peek for coaches. Cody's starting it tomorrow. I understand, of course, not everybody is a runner. I'm not a runner anymore because I've got a knee issue that's just not going away, and apparently they don't operate on people my age, they said. So, okay. Sorry, I see something that I'm hoping is not a scratch on the table, and I think it is. Okay. Anyway, so 30-day Breakaway, the information is in the back office. It's obviously, you should know, it's a combination of running and working out. Looks like the workouts are about 20 minutes, and I think the runs start out pretty short. Also, I've seen some of the other people posting about, hey, I just ran a mile. Mile's pretty easy. I could do a mile still. So anyway, check it out and just, reach out to your people that maybe, just looking to start doing something a little bit different. This is something brand new that Beachbody's offered. And there's going to be a lot of people doing it. The other thing that I want to talk about is, of course, November's coming up, so we got a little bit of time, but Cody and I always do the Ultimate Reset in November. I realize not everybody wants to do the Ultimate Reset, and that's fine, but it's been really good for our business. It's been really good for us as far as just kind of resetting things, and hence the name. But we finish right before Thanksgiving, and I'll tell you what we do also right after Thanksgiving is basically, we finish right before Thanksgiving, and then we have Thanksgiving weekend, and then we do a 3-day refresh afterwards. Not everybody is necessarily going to do both of those things. In fact, most people won't do both of those things. But honestly, the reason that we're doing it is because that's twice the amount of people, right? So it gives us 2 different things to invite to. We are inviting to the Ultimate Reset, and then if they say, no, I'm not interested in that, then we can turn around and invite to the 3-day refresh that we're going to be doing right after that. So, sometimes in this business, most of the time, a lot of the time in this business, you do things that maybe, you're not exactly thrilled about, but you're doing it because the end goal is to build your business and to move your business forward, right? I didn't want to leave my daughter's volleyball game to come home to do this team call, but I did it anyway, right? And I was thinking as I was getting ready for the team call, it kind of reminded me of back when I was a coach in the very beginning, where, I was working midnight shift and would work all night and then would go straight to a Super Saturday in the morning. So basically, for me, Super Saturdays were starting at like 11 p.m., for me. And so, and I would go to that. If I couldn't, for some reason, make it, well, let's see, that's not what I want to say, because I didn't miss one for like 5 years. I took vacation. I swapped shifts with somebody. I didn't miss a Super Saturday. And I've never missed a summit since I've signed up as a coach either. And, the reason is because I had goals that I wanted to accomplish. And I knew that even if I didn't go and, I was like, well, I've learned all of this, right? If I went to a Super Saturday and basically, it's the success stories and it's the launch and it's all of these other product news and all these other things, I got to a point where, sometimes I would go and I'd be like, well, I really kind of knew all of that stuff. And I'm not trying to turn anybody away from going to events. In fact, it's just the opposite, because what I was doing, I really believe, was I was training myself, teaching myself that success means doing things that are inconvenient, and things that other people aren't willing to do. Even when I was a brand new coach and I was saying, hey, to my team, hey, you guys going to Super Saturday? And they were like, no, I got to work. I wasn't, maybe I did. I don't know. I'm pretty candid, but, in my head, at least, I was like, yeah, me too, but I'm taking a vacation day. And I would put some money on the fact that those people who were like, yeah, I can't go because of X, Y, and Z. I don't have to, I just know, but that they haven't been able to duplicate. They didn't duplicate what I was able to do. And it's not because there's anything special about me. It's, they didn't duplicate what I was doing, right? They didn't go to the events that I was going to. They didn't make the sacrifices that I made. And therefore they aren't at the same level in their business as I've been able to do. And there are people who've passed me, just not necessarily on this team, but I mean, there's people who signed up years after me who've crushed what I've been able to do. But I'll tell you what, they worked harder than I did, for longer than I did. Maybe they were more technically savvy to a certain extent, but I'm pretty happy with the level of success that we've been able to get in. The income disclaimer, right? I'm just going to paraphrase. You have to work your tail off to make to acquire the results that some people have acquired. But we're in the multiple seven-figure earnings at this point. I think that we reached $1 million in 2015 maybe, and we've been able to still continue to earn a very comfortable living through this. But the reason that we were able to do that is because of what we were doing in the very beginning. And and I understand, I guess, I will say that it helps when there's two of us working in the business. Cody's been rocking this business just as long as I have, and so that helps. But there's a lot of other people who have been able to do more than me with just them. And honestly, if I'm speaking candidly, half of what I've been able to do would probably be pretty exciting for 99% of the people that sign up as a coach, to earn a little bit extra money or something like that. The other thing that I want to talk to you guys about that I forget every now and then, and so I got reminded about it, I don't remember why, but is inviting our people to the Beachbody Challenge, right? Just like specifically talking to your challengers and sending them the link and saying, hey, you know what, you should join the Beachbody Challenge, because it will be another level of accountability. But we've had people, Kim's won, right? You won some part of it, right, for a 3-day refresh or something like that.
Yeah, I've had a $500 prize and I've had a $1,500 prize.
Right, $500 and $1,500, and I don't remember how much Cody got, but she got part of that, right? Because when your people that you sponsored won the Beachbody Challenge, the coach gets credit for it too. So it's definitely a facet that we need to just kind of remind ourselves of, and say, this is another thing that we should be doing. And of course, the biggest thing that we need to be doing, especially as new coaches, but as veteran coaches as well, is obviously being proof the products work, right? You have to be drinking your Shakeology. You have to be showing people that this is part of achieving a healthy and fulfilling life. Because if you're not drinking Shakeology, or you're not doing one of the workouts, then really what is it that you say to somebody when they're like, oh, you know what, Shakeology is too expensive? Your reply is like, I know, right? That's not going to work. You need to be on Shakeology Home Direct. If you have a spouse account, anything other than Shakeology, or whatever 90 points you're getting. But Shakeology is our flagship product, guys. But anything other than the Shakeology should be coming off of your spouse account, so that the volume flows up. And as some of the newer coaches watch this, I'll post it in the team page afterwards, so you can comment if you're confused about that or anything like that. But as always, like, if you're coming into this business and you really want to earn money and you really want to maximize the comp plan, Beachbody lets you do +2, which means you sign yourself up, and then you can sign a parent or a sibling up, and they let you pay for all 3 of those. And that's the easiest way to get Emerald. You're Emerald in a day, but it also allows you to make sure that you never ever lose rank, but you also earn money no matter where you put a coach, when you start building your own organization. Let's see, what else do I want to cover? I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna give a shout out to Carrie Benkowski, is still just crushing it. She's in a diamond group that I'm helping to run, and pretty crazy. She doesn't even know this yet, I don't think. But there's 4 different pots. Like, as you go along, over the 4 weeks of the program, or the 4 weeks of the deal, there's 4 different pots. So it's like you sign 2 coaches and you get in the first pot. You sign another 2 coaches, you get in, to a total of, when you sign 8 coaches, you could potentially get in all 4 pots. I've already had one drawing. Carrie put in $20 to be in the group. She won part of that first pot, which was like $45. The second pot ends, maybe it just ended, but I think there's only 3 people in that, so she's going to get about $100 from that. But the thing is she's already qualified for all 4 pots. We're only halfway through the group, and she's already qualified for all 4 pots. And so, if only 3 people are getting that second pot, then she might do pretty well once it comes rolling around to that 4th pot. And it's cool. Carrie's just been a real joy to watch, and just see that it's weird. Like, life happens to us all, right? And sometimes things click and we slow down. Sometimes things click and we speed way up. People get, and not that Carrie has done this, but people are done this recently, get pregnant, they get married, they get divorced, they have all these life events, and sometimes it slows them down, sometimes it speeds them up. I don't think any of those things have happened to Carrie over the last couple of months or few months, when she's decided to just start crushing it. But when Carrie talks in our little rank up group, of working coaches, it's funny, people sometimes, they're like, "What are you doing? What's the secret?" And she's like, "I'm inviting people. I've made some videos, but I'm inviting people." She if you go to her page, you see her working out, what she's about. And so when people get an invite from her, they're not surprised by it, because they know she's working out and she's inviting other people and she's inspiring other people. And so, because she's got that personality and that brand on her social media, it's not necessarily coming from left field when she invites somebody, because that's the brand she's built. So really, really cool to see what she's been able to do. And I'm really excited to just see where this goes, because she's got workers too. And, every coach knows that once you find your rhythm, signing coaches becomes not so hard. Signing coaches who sign coaches is the thing that we all struggle with. But so that's kind of my rant, or my talk. Ultimate Reset, 3-day refresh, 30-day breakaway, and Beachbody challenge. All of those things are things that we need to be talking to people about. Even if you're not doing the ultimate reset or the 3-day refresh, you can invite them to our group. You still get the credit. They're still your people or whatever, but I will be happy to have them in our group so that we can help them through that. Christina Broadwell's doing it with us. Venetia Green is going to be doing it. There's some, I can't remember somebody else but we've got a core group of girls, mostly girls, that do this with us every year. And so, if you're not doing it, then, plug them in with us. Kim, did you have anything to add?
I wanted to mention when you were talking about leaving your daughter's game to come and do this call, and it reminded me of the role model that you are in treating your business like a business. You make the sacrifice, you do the stuff. But I also thought about how wonderful it is that you mentioned we might be changing this,
right?
The time of the call, because you get to make this business fit your life. And so that's one of the wonderful things about the flexibility of being a coach.
Right.
I heard you mention the Beachbody challenge, and with the 30-day breakaway, they're saying that to get that 5K medal, you've got to submit your results to the Beachbody challenge. So
that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, I hadn't seen that part yet. So awesome.
I heard that from 2 different places. So
okay.
Hey.
All right, Lauren, you have anything?
Nope, I'm doing good.
All right, awesome. Okay, well, thanks guys for being on the call and spending a little bit of time with me. I will put this upload it to YouTube pretty quick, and see you guys on the team page.
Alrighty. Thanks for hosting.
Bye.
Thank you.